Hello and welcome to Sensational South. I'm Harish Upadhyaya. This is the show that gets you the flavor of South India. Our top story today is from Karnataka. The Congress government in Karnataka is under fire. The BJP has accused the Congress government of diverting SC/ST subplan money to fund its guarantees. The Congress is defending, saying that the beneficiaries are people from the SC/ST community. It's not being diverted. So where is this heading? Will the Congress defend in this case, especially with the assembly election coming up next week? We'll debate this, but first, the story.
The 5 guarantees that power the Congress to a comfortable majority in 2023 assembly election is now becoming a cause of concern for the Karnataka government. The 5 guarantee schemes, the Shakti, Gruha Jyoti, Gruha Lakshmi, Yuva Nidhi and Anna Bhagya, are estimated to cost a whopping 52,000 crore in this financial year. But where is the money coming from? A cash-strapped government is once again looking at scheduled caste, subplan and tribe subplan money. A meeting of Council for the SES-STS development chaired by Chief Minister Siddaramaiah on June 5th approved an action plan of 39,121 crore for the welfare programs of SC and ST communities in 2024 to 2025. But here's a catch: 14,700 crore out of the 39,121 crore will be used to fund the guarantees rollout for the SC and ST beneficiaries. State law requires the government to spend 24.1% of the total budget on SC/ST welfare. The government has justified the move, claiming that these communities would benefit.
Whatever money we are spending to the same community people. We have made a law in this state that this percentage of money we are going to spend to the concerned this one. And we are giving to those same section of the society. What's wrong in it? There is nothing wrong in it.
BJP argues that this is injustice being meted out to Dalits, as the funds are meant for their welfare projects like building hostels, institutions and other projects to address the socio-economic disparity faced by SC/ST communities.
Siddaramaiah, who claims himself as the champion of Dalit and backward class community, he has been exposed, and this Congress government has been exposed today. Nobody expected this government will stoop to such a level where money that was meant for Dalit community has been siphoned out.
Many Congress MLAs too are uncomfortable with government's move to use SC and ST subplan money for guarantees, especially considering the fact that both communities have backed the Congress party in the recently concluded Lok Sabha polls, the party winning 4 out of the 7 reserved seats. This debate is just the beginning. It would very well be the main plank on which the government finds itself on the back foot in the upcoming assembly elections. With Bureau Inputs, Chetan Dhalla for CNN News 18.
Yes, the government is likely to be cornered in the upcoming assembly session, which begins on Monday. To take this debate further, we have Mr. Bhaskar Rao of the BJP, Bhavya Narasimhamurthy of the Congress, senior journalist Mr. B.V. Shankar joining us. I'll come to you, Ms. Bhavya, first. How do you defend this? Because the government did not tell in the election manifesto that you would be taking money away from the SC/ST subplan to fund these guarantees. How can you now justify taking this money and using it for guarantees?
So, Harish, the thing is, our state is the first state in the whole country to keep the amount of money equivalent to the population. Like the percentage of SC/STs, the development budget of Karnataka, which is 1,60,000 crores, out of which 39,000 crores has been earmarked for SCSP, the subplan of SCs and tribals. Correct? This is in proportion to their population. Okay, that's the first point. That means there is no other state which is as committed as Karnataka. And this plan was brought about by Congress party when it was in power in 2013. So that shows our commitment.
But have you not diluted now, ma'am?
The second point. Yes. Let me come to the point. So now these guarantee schemes, when you say the funds have been directed to guarantee schemes, funds have been directed to guarantee schemes, it actually gives a very wrong message. Guarantee schemes that are earmarked for the community. When we are giving equal
Yes,
proportion
we are
of the
not
budget
disputing the
according
fact
to
that
their
the beneficiaries
population,
will be from a
of
SC/ST
course,
community.
and it is not against the act. And it is
I
not
take your
against the
point.
act. We have provision in
I
the
take
act
your point, Ms.
to
Bhagyana
earmark it
Simurti,
for
but
welfare schemes.
the
What's the
question
whole?
is you did not mention this when you put out the manifesto about 5 guarantees. So many are believing that it's in a way you're shortchanging these two communities.
No. The whole point is, why should we even make a point like that? Isn't this going to the same community? We are not taking that money and giving it to some other community. The problem with BJP is they failed
Okay.
miserably. BJP Karnataka as ruling. Now they're failing miserably as opposition. They have zero idea as to which topic they should choose to even oppose. Now you go after any person
Okay.
from the community if they are happy with the guarantee schemes or not. When you're giving earmarking a portion of the budget which is equivalent to their population, of course, every welfare scheme and there is another rule which our Congress party made that every year 100% of the money has to be spent, no matter what. Otherwise, the
Okay.
concerned officers
I'll bring
will
in
be
Mr.
punished.
Bhaskar Rao.
So that shows our commitment towards the community.
Okay, Mr. Bhaskar
and
Rao.
BJP is just
Mr.
using this
Bhaskar Rao, the Congress
politically. As
says
simple as that.
the money is ultimately going to people from SC/ST community. Probably the
Right.
schemes have changed, the head under which it's being used has changed, but you can't call it a diversion.
See, at the very outset, Congress party is committing gross financial irregularity and indiscipline by diverting money which is meant for a constitutional purpose. SCP TSP expenditure is a constitutional obligation. Guarantee is a party obligation. And the kind of leakages they have in guarantee and the kind of irregularity they have in the dispersal of money, it is only facilitating corruption and accumulation of ill-gotten wealth. That is what they want to do. Now they are under pressure. It is understood. They are under the pressure of fulfillment of guarantees as well as financing elections in other parts of the country. Now they have been caught on the wrong foot, and they are to. Even the chief minister also is going to be answering questions because his own minister and his chairman have misappropriated hundreds of crores from a constitutional body and sent it for elections in Telangana. So when you come back here, they have diverted money from a constitutional obligation to an unconstitutional. As you rightly mentioned, it was never a part of their manifesto. And they had never mentioned how they are going to raise funds for this guarantee. So it is nothing but lip service to SC/ST. Their own leaders are not talking about it. And some of their own MLAs are very disturbed by the fact that the money which Bhavya and DK Srikumarji is mentioning, that it is going to go to the same people. I will tell you, they will construct a road under this scheme and say that SC/ST, everybody, this scheme is meant for individual beneficiaries to give laptop.
In fact, I'll come to that point in a while, Mr. Bhaskar Rao.
Yeah. Can
I'll
I
come to
just
that
add
point.
that?
They are
Let
being
me quickly
deprived
bring
of
in Mr.
individual
B.V.
benefits.
Shankar for opening remarks. Yes, sir. Mr. B.V. Shankar, how do you view this? Is this mere a fight over how this is messaged, the messaging of it, or the reallocation as the government is claiming? Or do you see this as a serious concern, especially with such huge amount of money being sent from one scheme to another, allocated from one scheme to another? This is crucial for the SC/ST community.
Harish, high point of this whole development is the notice issued by the National Commission of Scheduled Caste to the state government. In a way, this is an opportunity for Siddaramaiah government to come clean on this issue. After all, there, as Mr. Bhaskar Rao mentioned, the government is also facing the charges of siphoning of money from ST, Valmiki ST Development Board also.
Corporation.
That is also an opportunity. See, why I am saying this,
Yes.
This is an opportunity for the government is this. See, the Karnataka, as Bhavya said, has got its own credentials. In 2013, it rolled out this subplan. This as that was the then it was the second state to implement this subplan after Andhra Pradesh. In
Andhra.
2017, the Karnataka
Yes.
government enacted a law mandating the amount of fund under a subplan in proportion to the population of SC and ST, Dalits. That's fine. That is
Yes.
a great thing we can appreciate. But in that sense, if we take it as the guideline, the outlay of the state budget is about 3.47 lakh crore. Then the subplan should have been around 83,000 crores. But last week, Chief
Yes.
Minister announced an action plan according to which the allocation of subplan is about 39,121 crore. That is one point. Second thing is that
Yes.
the state government is rightly on its own, on its argument. It is to an extent it is acceptable. That is that, see, if subplan means it's a, in a way, in a sense, it's a separate budget for the community, Dalits, wherein the expenditure on welfare and development, everything should be subdivided within the allocated money. That is fine. But the point is that my question, where is this population proportion gone? So if population, if you take population
Yes.
into consideration, 24% Dalits are there. On that sense, if you take
Yes.
that as the parameter, there should have been 83,000 crores. One. Second thing,
There should have been a higher
every
allocation.
government,
Yes. That's a
every government, since subplan was implemented in 2013, on paper, they are showing the expenditure about not less than 95%. But where the catch is this, there is a section called Section 7D, which actually which has a clause of
yes.
deemed expenditure. Deemed expenditure, especially for
Exactly.
the infrastructure projects, as Bhaskar Rao was mentioning. See, in that guise, what
Mr.
they do.
Mr. Shivshankar, in fact, that was going to be my next point of debate. The Section 7D, the deemed expenditure.
Section
Now, the
7D, yes,
allegation
yes.
by the
That is the
Congress
part.
is that
That
the
is the bone of
BJP under
contention.
its rule spent around 7,000 crores, 7,885 crores under the deemed expenditure clause. If you look at the breakup, Mr. Bhaskar Rao, they are saying in 2020, it was roughly around 2,000 crore. In 2021, it's
54%.
roughly around
54%,
2,600
that's it.
crore. That was taken away from the SC/ST sub-plan for deemed expenditures. This also included, Congress accused, some flyover projects. So can the BJP today claim that it has SC and ST interest in mind, but while being in power, use their money for flyover and other such work, whether it's irrigation, urban development and RDPR? Mr. Bhaskar Rao, if you can hear me.
See, there can be leakages under this for exigencies, but as a policy, you cannot divert money and say that as a omnibus that this much of money is going to be removed over there. For every budget, there are some leakages which take place here and there, but straight away moving.
But sir, the
out money
Congress says
from a
your government in
constitutional
2020
obligation.
spent 2,000 crores, 2021 2,600 crores. They are saying all this money went into building flyovers, roads in rural areas. So they are saying, how can this be termed as welfare
Then how
of
can
SC/ST communities?
Even if it is meant for that, it is well within constitutional norms over there. Guarantee is not a constitutional norm over there. How can guarantee be called? It's a party program, and for which all ad hoc way of taking a decision and saying that I'm going to spend out of this money over there. Yes, money would have gone for infrastructure. There is a provision under 7C and 7D, but it is like extending a party program to finance this.
Okay, Bhavya Narasimhamurthy coming in quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Siddaramaiah, Mr.
I would
Siddaramaiah
like
came to power in 2023. He said, I will remove Section 7D under this act and ensure
Yes.
there is no deemed expenditure clause. But a few
Yes.
months later, if you are taking money, reallocating it to guarantees,
Okay.
the BJP is saying you're no different.
There was so much irony in what Bhaskar Rao sir was just speaking about. When we give a guarantee scheme, sir, this might have been in our manifesto, but today it's a government program. It is not a party program. The beneficiaries are not our party
Constitutional
workers.
obligation is higher than party
Sir,
or
let me
government.
finish. Let me please finish. So the beneficiaries are the people
Okay.
of Karnataka belonging to all the communities. Point one. The second point is the clause 7D that we are speaking about. One of our MLAs who belong to the community has, proposed that we need to delete it, and we will be looking into it definitely. And the CM has also confirmed about it. Most importantly, what Bhaskar Rao sir did not mention, and even Shiv Shankar sir, I would like to respond to this. The developmental fund of Karnataka is 1,60,000, sir, of which the SC, SP, and TSP allocation is made in proportion to their population. If you consider the whole development, we can't separate these infrastructures or some, unlike BJP, which actually spent SP and TSP money on infrastructure, which will be used by the whole community. We did not do that. And the rest of the money in the total budget, other than 1,60,000, is for all the communities, including SC, ST communities. So among this 1,60,000, which is meant only for development, which will be used mostly for welfare of SC, STs, is 24%, sir. So that is
Your
what
own
we
MLAs are
have
not
made,
clear about
and
it.
that was
Your
our
MLAs
plan,
are
that was our act. And so when it comes to the constitutional question, using this money for welfare scheme is allowed. If not, why don't you go to court instead of
Okay.
coming on road and making yourself look like
Okay.
not very serious? You're
One day a
president. You teach
CAG
your
is
president
going
to
to
go to court
severely
if you
indict
think
them.
it's against constitution.
CAG
Even
will
you
Okay,
know
I'll
it
bring
is
in
not
Mr.
for
against
having
Shankar now.
diverted
constitution.
from
Mr.
Even
Shankar,
you
constitutional
know
norms.
it
since
is
you
allowed in
closely
the
follow
act.
politics in the
fact,
state, many within
7,000
the
crores
Congress
that you
perhaps
spent on
are worried
infrastructure.
about the
The
diversion of these
7,000
funds,
crores you
the
spent
kind
on
of impact it
infrastructure,
will
that is
have, the
against the
perception
constitution.
that is getting built. How do you see this panning out, sir? There's a session beginning next week. Many Congress MLAs worried that the message that's going across to the SC and ST community is probably not in favor of the Congress party.
The
Undefendable.
fact of the matter is, the allegation. See, if at all a government is is accused of diverting funds meant for supply, BJP is no excuse. As you were mentioning,
Yes.
in 2020-21, only 54% of the subplan was spent on only on SC/ST community welfare, and even BJP government had faced this allegation. Therefore, to answer your
Yes.
question, the political part, Congress may also say in the House and outside the House Assembly, they may argue that BJP is also was doing the same thing. My point is that Bhavya was mentioning, no, see, 24% of the fund meant for development. So if that is the case,
Okay.
the welfare schemes should be not included in this plan with the expenditure. For example, guarantee schemes.
Yes.
I agree. The Congress government is not hiding from this. They are openly saying that we are taking 14,000 crores from the action plan. Okay.
Yes.
What is guarantee scheme? Guarantee scheme is a welfare scheme. So if 24% is to be taken from the fund meant for development, then government guarantee should not be included into that. No. So that is the fact. Second thing is
Yes.
that
In fact,
now, if at all, so you are saying that Congress is arguing that no, sir, where guarantee schemes are also benefiting the Dalit community, that is comprises some 1.3 crore beneficiaries are there. Okay, I agree the argument.
yes.
Now the onus lies on the government to give all the breakups, details How many Dalit women
Exactly.
from Dalit community benefited out of Gೃಹ Lakshmi scheme? How many Dalit women
True.
benefited out of this Shakti scheme? Then these details they have to
Yes.
give it to the National Commission. That is why I said it is an opportunity. In a
True.
way, it is an opportunity for the state government to come clean on this and beat the BJP. Give all the
True.
details. Place the record before the National Commission as well as public. See, this
Absolutely.
many
In fact,
Dalit
the deadline given by the NCSE
1 week.
expires
1
next
week.
week. Next week is when you
1 week.
have the
They should
Karnataka
do it.
Assembly
If at
session.
all,
So you
if they
can
are
expect
sincere
some
about it.
fireworks there. And also, remember, the Congress has to answer to its own MLAs who have expressed some concerns. Unfortunately, out of time on this debate. Thank you, Mr. Bhaskar Rao, Ms. Bhavya Narasimurthy, and Mr. V.V. Shankar for joining us on this show. We'll keep tracking the developments in this particular story. But time for a short break. On the other side, we have an exclusive interview lined up for you. Welcome back. As promised, we have an exclusive interview for you. We have Purnima, my colleague, in an exclusive interview with Mr. S. Shankar, the director of Indian 2 movie.
28 years after he sets the screens on fire, Indian Tata is back, much older but as sharp as ever. And joining us is the maker of Indian 2, Director Shankar. Sir, thank you so much for talking to us. A lot of anticipation around Indian 2. At what stage did you decide to do a sequel? Because you've had so many blockbuster films, from Gentlemen to Kadalan to Boys. But at what stage did you decide that the world of Indian should be, should be made into a sequel?
Yeah, see, after the part 1 released, I have no idea whether I'll be doing the part 2 or not. But Kamal sir was asking, shall we do the part 2? Sir, yes sir, that will be good, but I don't have a story right now. If something comes in my mind, I will come and tell you like that. So then after that I did movies, and after every movie I used to think, what is my next one? So when I'm thinking like that, when I read the newspapers, when I see that someone is taking bribe and someone is giving bribe and some poor people are being affected, so immediately my mind will come like with Sanabadi, but the thought is coming, but it's not forming as a story. So then I'll go for some other script. And so after every movie, when I read a newspaper, the same news and the same thought of bringing back Senapati. And finally, after means before 2.0, I got an idea and story. So I decided to go for a sequel.
Right. So what can we expect from Indian 2 in terms of cinematography, in terms of storytelling? Tell us more about what to expect.
Yeah, see, mainly, the pan-Indian thought in the movie, that's it's a different thing. That makes every citizen, like to think about it, and every family, they will get associated with the movie, and they will enjoy. It will be very engaging for them. And so for this generation also, I have told something, to take away, That is very interesting thing, I believe. And regarding technical things, Rai Varman did the cinematography and did a fantastic job, and he is very fast and is a very spontaneous DOP. Like whatever I say, overall he knows the story, and whatever the scene we are taking, he just, when I explain, immediately he will get some idea how to do it and all. So he did a very great job. Even if I'll try to push him more, like in some shot, if I feel like I should add some more thing in the cinematography side. So if I tell, he will do a magic very immediately. You don't think much or take much time. Yes sir, we'll do it sir, immediately. So we can see his cinematography is a big plus point for the movie. And regarding music, Anirudh did a great job. Even the songs are so good, and the background score, he did a great job. So his music will keep you, engaging, And production designer Mutturaj. So yes, erected some magnificent sets like you would have seen in the teaser and the trailer. One gold set is there. I have never seen like that. So I imagined and I told this kind of gold bungalow or palace I want. So he did a lot of sketches. We had a back and forth discussions, and finally came up with something more than what I expected. So there's a lot of sets, like one yacht set is there. That also he did very beautifully, and one futuristic set is there. And you should see his work in part 3. There is a period portion coming in the part 3. So he created the 1920s thing and all, so beautiful and so authentic, and you can see that in part 3.
You know, you're working with Kamal Haasan again. How was it working then and now? Because in the interim period, he's also worked with a lot of other new directors. How different was it directing Kamal Haasan this time around?
So I see, out of experience, he is become like what do you call? He's making things easy, because everybody will be in awe of Kamal sir, Kamal sir. No, he is very clear that honors should not affect them getting the best from him. So for all the technician, all the artists and all, he gives that ease, gives the comfort to bring out the best from him. That's what happened in this movie. So, and his acting is so updated, like very trendy, and even this generation can immediately get connected with his performance. So he did a great performance, and he elevated each and every scene to the next level with his screen presence also.
Well, that's all we could pack in this edition of Sensational South. We'll be back next week with more stories. Thank you for watching.